Hey guys, how's it going? I'm doing so good today. Thank you so much for watching Holistic Honey. You guys are getting videos from me every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you are new, I'll get you to go ahead and subscribe, but we're gonna jump right into this video because it is a very vital topic within the Law of Attraction community. I really wanted to discuss it with you guys. I do get a lot of emails where girls mostly will ask me, is the Law of Attraction working for them? Like, how are they supposed to know if this is working? Does it work for everyone? And how they can just kind of work through those limiting beliefs to manifest. I want to start by saying that a lot of times the Law of Attraction community can become very cult-like. If you get wrapped up into the spiritual teachings, it kind of makes you feel brainwashed a little bit. You always have to go back to who you are on the inside, and you kind of have to be like, okay, what do I believe? Your beliefs will be the determining factor of what you will manifest. I don't want you guys to feel that because you're listening to a spiritual teacher that you're going to listen to them, watch the video, and you're going to become spiritual and you're going to become a new being and all of your beliefs are going to shift. No. They cannot teach you anything about what limits you because they are not in your subconscious mind and they don't know your everyday life. A lot of this inner work, it's called inner work because it's coming from you. It's you reaching inside of your heart and reaching inside of your spirit and really working through the things that you've been taught, really working through the things that you fear and the things that you don't even realize are affecting your manifestation. So I want you guys to know that you are your own spiritual teacher and your own spiritual guide, and to trust yourself. When I think about, does the Law of Attraction work for everyone? I would have to first start off by saying, again, what is it that you believe? Because if you believe something different from someone else, if your limiting beliefs are different from other people, which they will be every single time, you have to know that your manifestations and the path that you are going to take with the Law of Attraction is going to be different for everyone, right? We're all working through different things. We have all gone through different life experiences, and we all love differently. We hurt differently. Things that make us happy are going to be different. Things that make us sad are going to be different. So don't let anyone tell you that how you feel is wrong. Just acknowledge how you feel and do not resist that feeling. Work through it. When I think about the subconscious mind, and I think, if we're all dealing with different limiting beliefs, one person's beliefs might be a little bit harder to work through than the other person. Let's use me and one of my siblings. Let's use my sister. We both pretty much, we grew up in the same home with the same parents, and we experience a lot of the same things, but when we actually sit down and have conversations about our childhood, there are different things that affected her that I never knew. There are different things that affected me that she never knew, and those may not affect us. Even though we were experiencing the same thing, we may have this different perspective of how things happen to us. So therefore, it may bring a little bit of pain to me, but it may not bring as much pain to her, or vice versa. Therefore, we both practice the Law of Attraction. We both really manifest our desires, but within our manifestations, we find that we manifest differently. I can manifest money. Money flows to me easily. I find money on the ground. I find money-making opportunities. Money-making opportunities flow to me all of the time. I say that they don't flow to her, but for me, it flows like effortlessly. Like, obviously, like anyone who's around me can look at me and know that, like, darn, like money is always coming to her. Whereas maybe my sister is able to manifest, let's use a job for example. These aren't true, like this isn't a true story about my sister, but I just wanted to use an example. She can manifest a job easily. She can manifest a career where she does not have to work for anyone but herself. Therefore, she knows, her belief is that I can manifest any job that I want, where I am in control. And so maybe that may not be my belief system, but I hope that you guys are following me and that you understand that we're all going to manifest differently because we all have different limiting beliefs and we all have different things that we are working through. So in order to work through these limiting beliefs, you guys, I do feel like you have to really work on one manifestation at a time. What if your limiting belief is actually that you can't manifest? What if you feel like altogether the law of attraction does not work for you? Then of course, this may not be something that came from your childhood, this may not be trauma, but there's something in you that doesn't believe in miracles and doesn't believe in, you know, your power, that doesn't believe in the laws of the universe altogether. So that is one thing to say, but I want you guys to know to not blame yourself if your manifestations are not coming to fruition when you want them to, and to understand that there is a law. If we want to talk about the law of attraction, there's a law that like attracts like. So if this is a universal law, if this is going to happen whether you intentionally try to manifest or not, why not take control? Like, why not go ahead and just take control of that, because it's going to happen anyhow. I also want to touch on your frequency. So in order to attract intentionally, and I always say attract intentionally because you're going to attract everything in your life no matter what. In order to do this, you have to understand what frequency and vibrations you are on, because if you are a negative person, if you are judgmental, if you are constantly talking down on people. For example, there is one video that's really popular out there about does the law of attraction work? And it's ranking like #1 for a year now. And if you go and read the comments, there are so many people who are trying to manifest their desires and are trying to believe in the law of attraction, yet they're judging the girl in the video. Yet they're like, oh, well, you know, you move around too much, or you play with your hair too much, or it's like, why are you here? Like, are you really trying to radiate positivity? Are you really trying to just be and let other people be? Or are you in a state of judgment where you're constantly trying to pick everyone else apart, but you aren't picking yourself apart? I see so many people who are trying to manifest things, but they are not vibrationally matched. In order to manifest your desires, you have to be on the same frequency as what you are trying to manifest. All you really need to know. If you think that you are a person who cannot manifest your desires, who does not believe in the law of attraction working for you, you have to turn that around, and you have to know that the law of attraction can work for you, that you are manifesting as we speak, that everything that you have in your life right now, you manifest it and you create it by your thoughts, by your speech, by the things around you, by the things that you believe. I think that it's so hard to just like drill this in people's brains, because everyone thinks that it's just, you know, a video where people are just teaching you and talking to you, but no, like, you have to teach yourself. Think about, you know, your frequency and your vibration. Are you truly happy? Are you happy inside? Are you, you know, grateful for what you have right now in this very moment? Are you writing this gratitude list every day and reminding yourself that you have so much to be grateful for, and that you are in this beautiful world? The world is beautiful. Do you believe the world is good? Because if you have a limiting belief that the world is bad, if you're watching the news all the time and, you know, you think that there's turmoil in the world and bad things happening around, then that is what your reality is going to be, and you're going to constantly see that over and over again. Last thing that I want to touch on is noticing synchronicities, noticing what's going on around you, and listening to your intuition. When you listen to your intuition, you guys, it only gets deeper and you only become more connected, because what happens is you're practicing. All you're doing is practicing, working on listening to your intuition. And when you do that, you become better at it. You become like in the state where you notice everything and you notice what's going on around you, and that is only going to help your manifestations. That's only going to help. But if you do not feel connected to your environment, it's going to be really hard to manifest, because you don't really know what's going on. You don't trust what's going on. You're kind of have your guard up all the time. You have to really like analyze, you know, am I in the spaces that I need to be in to help me radiate this positive vibe, radiate this positive energy, and really notice, you know, what's going on. Do you know what's going on? Like, ask yourself these questions. When it comes to synchronicities, a lot of times we ignore them. When you're seeing your angel numbers everywhere, when we notice that, you know, something's just like popping up, like a certain person's popping up. Maybe you see a certain person's name everywhere. Maybe you see the car that you want every single place. I always use that example because that happened to me. And, you know, if you're ignoring these signs, you're drawing yourself away from being able to manifest. You're not drawing yourself closer to this. So you really want to make sure that you know what's going on around you, and that you acknowledge it and you honor it, and that you thank the universe that it is sending you these signs over and over and over again, and get excited about it. Get excited that you have that connection with the universe, that you have the connection with your environment, and you're going to find that you are going to create more peace for yourself. You're going to feel more comfort, because as you go into the law of attraction, you guys, you'll find that you feel a little bit happier, because you can get whatever you want once you believe that. But it gets a little lonely, because you know, there's a lot of people that do not believe in it, or which is interesting, like, but there's a lot of people who haven't studied it either, so you can't really blame them. Like, if you haven't gone deep into studying something, then you don't really know, and it's okay to not, you know, latch on to an idea until you've actually like mastered what it means to you. So there's a lot of people that will kind of, you know, tell you that you're dreaming and then what you are trying to manifest is not possible, but you kind of have to protect your energy, and you have to know that everyone is not going to believe the same things that you believe, and that is okay. You do not have to separate yourself from people that you love because you think that, you know, they don't believe in what you believe, because everyone has different beliefs, right? It always comes down to everyone having different beliefs, everyone having a different mind. And so I want you guys to know that when you start to practice the law of attraction and go into your spiritual journey, or if it's not even spiritual at all, if you just know and understand the universal law, then it actually draws you closer to you and to other people, because you understand why things are happening. You understand why everything kind of happens for a reason and in sync, and everything's kind of attracting everything else, and you become the controller, you become the powerful one. Notice your power, which is so super cool. But yes, if I could conclude this video, you guys, it all comes down to, yes, definitely the law of attraction works for every single person. Everyone is attracting their life as we speak. Everyone has manifested everything that's happening right now. But when it comes to the law of attraction, when we are practicing the law of attraction, we are only taking our power back. We're taking control, that we can kind of shift our lives. So we notice that there's this universal law, so we are taking control of it by saying, hey, I'm going to be positive, and if I'm positive, positivity is going to attract and flow back to me in ways that I did not imagine. Every single time. If I am negative, every negative thing's kind of gonna funnel. This is why everyone always says, you'll hear people say like, oh, when one negative thing happens to me, other things are happening that are negative. That's because you're radiating that vibration and you're attaching to that negativity. So that's why you just take control of it and you change your perspective. You find the positive, you find the good in a situation, and you understand why things are happening for you. I also want you guys to understand that we are all on a different path when it comes to our manifestations, and we're all going to be working through different things at different times. And that's why you'll find that the person next to you is able to attract something that you really want, but then you may be able to attract something that they really want, because you guys are, you know, working through different things at different times. I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed with trying to manifest your desires. I want you to know that as long as you are good in your heart, your intentions are in a good space at all times, if you understand what methods work for you to manifest, if you understand the obsession of it all and how to eliminate that, you will manifest everything that you want. And you'll understand that sometimes you may be going through a dry spell. Sometimes you can attract something really good, and then sometimes it's really difficult, and it just has to do with moment to moment and understanding that your energy is always going to be shifting, and you just have to understand how to tap into the control of it all. You have to tap into how you can turn your perspective around to manifest quick for you. I hope that this video helped you guys understand how the law of attraction can work for every single person. If you're new, I hope that you subscribe to my channel and that you like this video, and let's have a conversation in the comments below. I want to know your beliefs on whether the law of attraction is going to work for every single person. But do not get down on yourself, and know that you are the one, and that you are very, very special to the universe. So until next time, I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day.